Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me today. We have returned to the town of Anvilseal, where we are kind of checking in on a few dwarves. And the first thing that I'm going to say is I mentioned in the previous episode that there was a good chance that I would be coming back to you with hat in hand to admit that I had given a bad mining order, and those of you who might have already watched that definitely have already identified the culprit, which was me. Unfortunately, so the Devourer last episode ended up devouring two more of our dwarves, and unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But Zulbin here, Whip Dreamy, did have a child, and that child has been around in the fortress for a few weeks, so Tobal has been hanging out with his mother, of course, but promises to be a very amazing dwarf, and because he is the first dwarf born in the fortress, we're going to call him Junior. And it seems like the rest of the dwarves, he doesn't know very many of them. Oh, but that is very, very sad. Very sad news. So Zulbin has lost her husband, Id Kolakud, and Id perished trying to build the Alunite Wall that protects the residence hall from Noshtath. And while we do get a lot of benefits from living near a volcano, the volcano can be a brutal teacher. And knowing that his son or his child was about to be born and wanting his child to grow up in Anvilseal, Id was one of the dwarves who lost his life to protect his son and his wife. Rest in peace, Id. Junior is going to be watched very, very closely. In fact, he's on the watch list at this point. It looks like his mother is headed down to do some smelting because there's some galena ore down here. I'm guessing she's going for. She might be leaving, I guess. Yeah, she's got the galena ore. She's coming back. Back up on the surface. These bedrooms have not flooded with magma just yet, but I think that they will. And you know, there's something to be said for just kind of, I don't know, carving this out one more level. But I think we're just going to leave it as it is. Gosh, I'm really sad. That is too bad. It's really too bad. We have to move on, though, as we all do. And, oh, is that limestone? It is limestone. How did you get down there? Is there limestone up here somewhere that we carved out? Just a tiny little bit of it, even? We're going to continue to build our wall, our Alunite lining around this. We can't dig this area down anymore. But we have set up a stockpile here, and we need to... Actually, that's the other thing we need to do. We need to do something with this track stop, so we're going to do a hauling route. This is going to be Route 17. But we're going to name it... Outdoor Stone. That's fine. We need to give it a minecart. We got plenty of minecarts. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit on this here. I can't do it in the screen. Oh, that's not the way to zoom in. Okay, so we've got the track stop, we've got the minecart. Oh, yeah, we don't need another stop. Let's go here. Then let's go here. And this, you're going to put stuff in from this stockpile, and you're going to take stuff and dump it into this stockpile. And we need to get rid of that wheelbarrow. I hope that wheelbarrows aren't allowed here. Okay, no, you're not allowed. Back to our hauling routes. Well, you can do stone. I don't care, just throw it all in. And that's perfect. Okay, so once that starts, what I'm hoping will happen is they'll start cleaning up, because this stockpile here is a feed stockpile. And it's going to take rocks from wherever. But this guy down here, he gives to the stone feed. He being this anthropomorphized stone stockpile. And the idea here being, we need to slaughter another one of these yak cows, because that's just too many cows. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, we'll keep it at 10, actually. We can go to work orders, and we can go back up to 10 animals to milk. I want to keep 10 cows and 1 bull. I think that's more than enough. But the idea is that we're going to want to get all of this stone here, if I could stay on this, hauled off of that, out of that lava channel, and into this stockpile here. And we can probably, there's probably going to be a building that sits out here at some point in the near future, right? But we're not quite ready to get to that point just yet. So that's kind of the reason why I'm hoping we can get some hauling going on there. And yeah, we'll get the rest of this built out here as well. And I'm hoping we can use some of this Alunite. I'm not entirely convinced we need this lining, but we're going to get a lot of stones that are right in the fortress as well, because all of these are eventually going to get hauled all the way around this little rat race and back into this area here. And I won't continue to build anything in through here until we've gotten these Alunite blocks taken care of. So I think the fortress, in terms of food, drink, and clothing, is kind of on autopilot, at least a little bit, which is good, because we need to be able to focus on finishing this lining for Nashtath. And that's going to be before we go in and start letting the lava flow. And we'll keep, this is basically, I'm still not ready to dig all of this out just yet, but that's what's going to happen, is we'll dig all this out, and then this will be the lava channel eventually. This is a little tedious, I'm not going to lie. And I might lose my patience with this stone stock. There's a lot of stone to be moved here. Interesting. And then we can build the liner back this way too, but I just want to get these Alunite blocks taken out. Yeah, a few dwarves have kind of had a dip in mood. I'm going to guess that's because of the loss of Irish and Id. Gosh, that's just gut-wrenching. He'll never know his dad. Poor Tobal. But it brings a little bit of meaning to to the sacrifice there. I don't know that the game meant to do that, but you know, it's certainly one of those things that I like to think is part of what we have done here, part of what's been created. Dwarves hauling stone, scurrying about, making a huge effort at what will amount to be a absolute mega project. I guess we could find a way to drain this volcano down and then remove this lava if we really wanted to and reclaim this space. But, you know, honestly, I kind of think that this is just best left alone. It's better as a standing lesson of what can happen when you make a bad digging designation. We got no migrants this season, which is understandable. Word of that tragic accident probably has spread. And who can blame them, really? You know? We'll check in on Junior again, though, just to see how he's progressing. Anvilseal, he's going to grow up with Anvilseal really coming into its own as a large fortress, as a, hopefully, we really, 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 really pushed our luck there. But we'll get this lined with Alunite. And, we'll get this lined with Alunite. There's some interesting things about this game that, you know, as you get more and more and more stuff stocked up, it seems like the game slows down just a little bit, and I don't know if that's going to continue to happen here, but, you know, because we've got a ton of stuff here that needs to be hauled. Let's see if they're actually... Oh yeah, you know, they are. They're starting to. Okay, great. Yeah. Lots of cancellations. I'm not really paying attention to the jobs right now. This is kind of what happens to me, is I'll... Ah, come on. Okay, so this is taken care of, so we can do this. And this will be that outlet that goes to the lava moat that comes down through here. It's not quite ready to be constructed yet, of course, but that will be where it ends up. We've got a temper dwarf. Oh. This is not good. Okay, so we've got a brawler. Did it already happen? Why are you throwing a tantrum, buddy? There's nobody up here. Well, there is, but they're all drinking. Why are you throwing a tantrum? Herdslayer. Herdslayer we haven't heard from in a long time. He was the dwarf who killed Delurtenshed with his bare hands, or managed to get the killing blow on Delurtenshed. And we haven't heard from him in a while, and he seemed to be doing fine the last time that I checked in on him. Yeah, I think he's just... Yeah, he's probably just had a little bit too much to drink. Who are you fighting? Okay, so you're back to normal. Satisfied upon improving fighting. Oh, and he hit somebody, of course. Who were we fighting here? Ushrir. Who's a stoneworker. He's absolutely... Oh, excuse me. She's absolutely elated. She's been... had a major injury. Because of this. Oh, her heart and her left lung are bruised. Oh. So she just got some bruising from it. Poor Ushrir Adilmaril. Gosh. Well, I do know that having a tavern like this, where you've got, you know, a significant... I mean, we do have a lot of people here that serve. And, so, you know, that's a thing. I guess that could happen sometimes. I'm glad there wasn't a whole bunch of... we're honestly so busy that there's not very much time to do any fighting or to have a bunch of them in there getting served. So it's a blessing in disguise, at least to a certain extent. And, you know, I think we'll let that one slide. And there's probably, like, those of you that have, like, played this game a lot, and in fact, a lot of the prevailing advice on the internet is don't make your tavern have any servers. They shouldn't have people who serve at all, because that's really bad. And you might be right. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. But what I will say is that I don't know. It seems like we need some fun. Oh gosh. I want to repaint. Let's just get rid of these. Let's get rid of all these. Yeah. Okay. And I've also read, and this could be because of bugs or because of other things, I've also read that you never have people never have problems with their taverns, which is, you know, astonishing to me. But such that it is, you know. I might actually channel this out and make it so it all lines up here, and we've got our 8 width moat. And Yeah, maybe just leave it at that. I'm not sure. This is black zircon here. We do have some lapis lazuli here. I'd kind of like to... Let's get that mined out, please. Oh yeah, look at... They're actually hauling a lot of this up. He's haunting the forest. Or... the forest. He's haunting the fortress. This is going to make some dwarves who see him... Which I don't even see him right now. But let's get these coffins taken care of here. I totally forgot, if I'm honest. Oops. It's just the natural occurrence of some of this stuff to have. It's somewhat fitting, I think, to have the dwarves' tombs right here. I don't know that I've heard this song. Irish has a tomb. We might not be able to... Did we lose Id's body? We might actually have to... Do I need to... I'm not quite sure here. That's the door. He's hauling a coffin as well. Like, I guess we don't have access to the body, but why would that... I guess we don't have the body. Okay. Alright, so let's go down here. And you're making blocks. Let's add a new task. Let's get Irish. Gidtherfath. He's a ghost. Okay. We'll get that taken care of. And then this one here is going to be for Id. Kolakud. Let's do those right away. He's just hanging out in the gem cutter shop and freaking people out a little bit. Oh, this is going to traumatize a whole bunch of people. They just keep going in and out of here. Oh no. There's a whole bunch of bins. Oh, we'll just start putting these slabs across here. All right, I can't forget to do that, but this has got to keep going here as well. Oh. We did a slab to Erish Igdim as well. And we may as well put that out. There's the two Erishes right there next to one another outside of the Baron's tomb. And that seems fitting. We'll get the other one done, I think, momentarily here. Let's double check. What's the hold up here, boys and girls? Okay. Somebody's gonna do it, right? Okay, Erish has been put to rest. Thank you. Gosh. Kind of cleaning up from the... From a rather... Why is there blood here? From a rather traumatic time. And definitely a failure on my part, as I had a feeling I wanted to blame the dwarves. It would kind of be cool if they didn't follow directions every once in a while, and you know they just kind of did their own thing. But oh, interesting. So they moved the tomb. Oh, and then we forgot about the turkey. I totally forgot about the turkey. My God. Now the turkey is just bone. Definitely not good at laying our folks to rest here. Let's do this. And this is a pet. I don't even see a turkey in here. Do you see a turkey? Okay, well, they figured it out. They're pretty good at figuring stuff out. Here comes that granite slab. Oh, guys. Still kind of gutting to have to, you know, work with the dwarves and coach them through the recovery of, you know, something as horrible as what happened. And it was definitely me. I went back and looked at the footage. I had one misclick, and you know, I still find this amazing. This is really amazing, is that the Anvilseal walls here are still holding up, and these are supposed to be not lava safe. So I don't know why they're not I don't know why they're not doing that, but they're not. So, good on us, I suppose. We can keep mining this out. Give me some more lapis lazuli. Oh, hey, and there's some praise cluster. There's a praise cluster right here too. May as well. And I think we actually have to go a little bit further on this guy here. Let's shave the top of this mountain down just a little bit more. We're kind of terrace this, you know. And once it gets terraced, it'll be much easier to kind of have some space. This is going to take forever to line up, though. Which is probably fine because we still have just a ton of stone. Oh, you know what they're doing? They're taking stone and they're throwing it into the pit from outside of the pit. And then they're throwing it in here. Okay, well, I mean, I kind of didn't mean for that to happen, but it makes sense why. Yeah, lots of dwarves are going to kind of take that loss of id and Erish pretty hard. I can't blame them. It's sad. And you know what? I'm just thinking about this. We're not going to flood this anytime soon. So we may as well cut open a couple of holes here. We'll replace them, of course, but cutting open a couple of holes will allow us to kind of start in multiple places to do this, to complete this liner. And we really need to get it completed in a little bit more timely fashion, if that makes sense. It's a tourmaline cluster there. I don't see why we can't dig some of this out. It's totally fine. Hey, there's some lapis lazuli. Just be little carve outs where we found some gems. You know? Oh, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. We do need to keep our miners busy. But I actually kind of want to... you know what? It might be better for us just to not keep them busy. In fact, I think I'm not going to. I'm just going to let... I know we've got some stuff that's downstairs that we were, you know, hauling around and whatnot, and I think it's good for us to keep doing that. But once all that stuff is kind of been copacetic for a little while, we could carve out some space in the residence hall since we did lose 8 residents. But if we do that, okay, we got a construction mandate here. Should probably pay attention to that. 3 battle axes. We can do that. No problem, Dabbles. Oh, they're actually hauling these away. That's going to make this go pretty quick. Gosh. It keeps canceling. Why do you keep canceling? Got a save going. Okay. Yeah, lots of dwarves, actually. We're seeing kind of the mood kind of shift a little bit, which is concerning. It's mildly concerning. I think we'll recover. I think we'll bounce back, but we might need to check in on some of those dwarves and just see how things are doing. You know, it's definitely not a good situation when you've got something like that going on. We've got a couple of recent deaths. That'll be a challenge. Oh, that's why, because they're using the ramps over here to bring the wheelbarrows up. Okay, it has nothing to do with the actual wall construction. Which I get. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be, but, you know. I think this is relatively safe, too. If we got attacked by flying enemies, that might be a problem, but... There's like 15 boulders there. Yeah, that was a smart move. I should have thought about that earlier when we were beginning this. Was like I could have opened this up and done it a lot faster. This will still be a little bit of a challenge. I suppose I could just dig down one level. Oh no, I can't. I was like, hey, we could just, well, I guess we could channel one more level. Yeah, you know. No, I don't want to do that. I kind of want to keep the ground level as it is right now. Okay, so this is terraced down a little bit. Let's terrace it down a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can just kind of draw this second level back as well. You know? That one's going to finish up quick. But now we have our Alunite liner done. And I think we got all of our gems out of there, so that's fantastic. There is some... Yeah, there is some stone that we can use. We still need fuel. Which, unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to get. I haven't looked into it as much as I probably should. But, you know, one thing at a time. We're quite busy with this mega project, if I'm being honest. This is going to be slow here. That's okay. So many boulders are going to end up in the main hall here. More yak calves. That's good. Keep the herd healthy. I don't know how you guys are getting up through there. They're creeping up through a little hole, though. This will seal the fortress off here. This is just going to pop all these boulders right on into the stockpile, which, I don't know, that's going to be good. I wonder if I can set this to accept boulders from nowhere so you can't put any boulders in there. That would be nice. We'll switch back to Alunite here. One more Alunite up there. One more Alunite here. And then we can go Rhyolite and Rhyolite. And that caps off this side of it. And it's just this side that we're really concerned about. And remember, because we want to raise the lava level up to this level here. So this is all going to fill up with lava around here. And we're just going to have a whole bunch of boulders in here. That's one way to move a bunch of boulders directly, is to give the dwarves no option, and then just to have them build walls. But it seems like a very inefficient way of doing so. Well, they're wheelbarrowing. They're wheeling that stuff around. This is filling up slowly, though, and it's kind of interesting that it's not taking too long, relatively speaking. I don't know. Maybe not. You might say. One more, guys. We have 2,600 Rhyolite blocks. The mayor's been reelected. Kib's been the mayor this entire time. He's a good mayor. How's he doing? Mayor Kib. He's taking a lover. Did he have a lover before? I'd forgotten. Gratitude being reelected, lonely, being away from family and friends. He wants martial training. Is he the Sacred Hollow as well? He is. Oh man. You've got a lot on your plate there, Kib. We need to keep an eye on you. Lot on his plate. That's a lot for a single dwarf, you know? Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 blocks there. There's 8 boulders. That is a lot of boulders there. boys and girls. My friends, that is many boulders in the same spot. Oh, hey, look at that. We definitely want to take care of that. And this is priority 2, so they're still working. The miners are still working on something. Let them work on it. It's fine. There's no reason to rush. Early summer of 51. Okay, yeah, we got some... Finally. Oh, I mentioned last episode, too, and I totally forgot to do it. But we should check in on our labors. Not the work orders, but the actual labors. And so we've got 1, 2... Wow, we've got quite a few legendary miners. Don't need a woodcutter, because there's no trees. Yeah, we've got some people who could be hunters. We've got 3 legendary planters. Got a lot of people doing that. And only selected. I think this is actually good. Fisher dwarves. Great fisher dwarves. Plant gatherers, no need. Bunch of legendary stone cutters. We kind of just let everybody do this, but... You know. And a bunch of legendary engravers as well. I don't know how you become legendary in hauling. Orderlies, meh. But our carpenters, we've got Bin Maker, Aesop, who's I believe our manager. Yeah, he's the manager. He's also the bookkeeper. And the carpenter. I probably should think about, like, building a carpentry station or a carpentry area and just, you know, taking this guy and letting him become master brewers. We got 4 for 3. A master, competent, and adequate. Bashful's a cook. Clothiers. Yeah, they're coming along. We got 2 great ones. And the beekeepers. Yeah, I'm liking where this is going. We're showing a lot of really good progress in that regard. No migrants came this season, which is okay. I think the more migrants you have, the more likely you are to get invaded. And I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't been invaded at this point. Yeah, they're just throwing all the boulders into this pit. This had the opposite effect of what I wanted. You know what? We're gonna make a change to this real quick. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna erase this stockpile. And then we're gonna take this stockpile and we are just gonna make it abso-fruitly, and yes, that's the technical term, abso-fruitly massive. There we go. Keep building that liner. Okay, so we're digging this out. That's great. I'm trying to avoid digging as much as I can. But in this case, there's not a lot that we can do about it. We need to get this area kind of leveled out. And, you know, I mean, it's okay to have some copper nuggets and gold nuggets. Ooh, gold nuggets, yeah. This area's got a lot of great resources in it, and so it makes sense to continue to try and take advantage of that as we can. And again, I can't. Did we take this stuff from somewhere else? Maybe we did, because it doesn't seem like we would be... Yeah, it could be coming from here. Yeah, we don't have a wood stock. Moody Dwarves claiming a workshop. We'll just keep an eye on that. Stacked Larming, the Weaver, withdraws from society. Claim to clothier shop. We're going to get something nice out of it. Oops. I wanted to read what that said, but that's okay. It's almost full. And these walls have not broken down yet. I wonder if the wall is detailed. Does that help? Because it seems like these walls should have broken down by now, you know? Midsummer, second to Malachite. Yeah, the dwarves are starting to pick up their moods again, which is good. I'm hoping that we can get this liner run all the way over to this corner here. And if that's successful, then I will say we have accomplished a great deal for this particular play session. Here's what we'll do, though. We'll carve this out. And yeah, we need to do something with this. We need to repaint. And we need to make it so that this stockpile just kind of encompasses everything here. It's even going to go underneath our windmills, because I know our windmills are up here, right? Yeah, we've got this big giant building with a whole bunch of windmills in it that are providing power for our millstones and everything else. Gathering items still. Excellent. We're going to pull some pink garnets out of this. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of rocks right there. You guys, that's a ton of rocks. And it's not even the rocks that are down here. Like, what I'm hoping to do is just kind of attract them, right? But it's going to be a slow process, and we're not going to be able to fill the lava mode up until most of them are gone. If we want to maintain, you know, control of the material. And there's not a lot of ways that I know how to get the dwarves to haul certain things, right? You can't prioritize, like, I want you to pick up this piece of granite and put it in a stockpile. It just doesn't work that way, you know? So you kind of have to give them less and less and less to do. And then after that, you know, you can do what you need to do. We're probably going to dig this piece out next. Yep. And we're going to stop here. Yeah, that should be okay. It's warm because it's right above the lava. Make sure that I didn't channel something out that I didn't intend to. That's still really sad. I'm bummed that we had some cool dwarves there. You know, it's still a story. It's still a cool story, but like, I could have not done it that way. You know. Okay, so we got our moody dwarf stacked. Beginning doing her thing, which is great. Lots of gems that we just unearthed here. Cool. And we'll get a notification for that in just a minute. Something that I'm thinking about here is on our labors, because I haven't seen these fields fill up, and I don't know if it's because we don't have enough seeds. We do seem to have enough seeds. So what I'm thinking is that our planters don't have enough time. And so I'm thinking of making the legendary planters only do tasks that match their workshop assignment and work details and occupations. I think if you're a legendary person, that's what you do. You're specialized into that. And because I want to see if we can get more output through here. Construction mandate. 3 bolts. We'll do 3 copper bolts. Excellent. Five more tiles. And then we'll be ready to... I think we're just going to let the dwarves sit for a little bit. Stacked Larmang, the weaver, has created Shishlugzombith, a sleek spider silk right mitten. He offers it to the mighty Anvils. It's very kind of you. We're looking for handwear here. There we go. And I want to make sure I can display... Yeah, so these two could be on display. Perfect. All right. Stacked Larmang. Let's take a look at that artifact here in just a moment. Can we... it's probably just upstairs here. I think I can find it. There it is. This sleek scave spider, 13,000. What a find. The sleek cave spider silk right mitten, all crafts dwarfship, is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with pear-cut pyropes and encircled with bands of obel gabbro cabochons, cushioned granite cabochons, and willow. It is made from cave spider silk cloth, and the thread is pink with a mixture of red spinach leaf dye and ash bark dye. This object is adorned with hanging rings of praise. It menaces with silk skirt firelight. On the image of the item is a boogeyman and yak bone. Excellent. Thank you, Stacked. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I feel like down in our Craftsdorf shop, we have an opportunity to handle some of these logs and make sure that the logs are going in the correct spot, or in a spot that we can use them. And to wit, we should put like something together for our carpenters. And so I'd like to do that. And let's see, we've got spaces around here. We don't really need a big carpenter shop. You know what I mean? Like, we just need something homey. We can do this out of orthoclays. I think that would be nice. It kind of match everything else. And yeah, that's perfect. And what we're going to do is we'll throw some orthoclays floors down. And this, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing a quantum stockpile for the wood, even though that's probably the best way to do it. You know what? We'll do it. It's fine. We'll do it. I'm good with it. Let's check. I've got this tingling sensation that maybe our equipment is... These guys don't have any boots on. And they're off duty. Few people don't have ammo yet. Can we make a couple more glass furnaces out of phyllite? I think that's what we were waiting for here. Furnaces. Turn that off. Magma glass. How's that working? I know we have phyllite, don't we? Magma. What's going on here? It's like we don't even have phyllite. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to do it out of Gabbro. That's fine. We need to get those assembled. Get this forge area taken care of. These are going to be priority 1 here, and everything else is going to be priority 2. So we can put doors on this place, and then we'll make a quantum stockpile for the wood. And then we'll probably throw... Yeah. There's a petition. Oh. Well, hello. Who are you and what do you want? The Guild Hall. For the Umbral Hall. And this is... Umbral Hall has many members in it, in Anvilseal. What kind of guild is it? Miners. Yes, absolutely. Let's take care of that. And this is going to be one of those places where I don't know where we want to do this. That looks great. It's ready to go. Like, all we got to do is just carve across that and off you go. All right. Let's find a place for a Miners Guild Hall. It seems like they're going to need... It's not really a workshop type of thing. Maybe we use something down here next to the lava. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's do it down here. I like that idea. No, I don't want reinforced walls. Wow. I didn't realize that I clicked on that. I feel like they're not going to be mining if they're hanging out in this hall, but I guess that's the price that we have to pay for letting them get as strong as they are, or letting them get as many members as they have. Yeah, you guys, that's totally fine. Honestly, like, no big deal. And, yeah, you know, my mood is actually starting to pick up as well. We're down to 4 here. Nope. Cancel that. It feels like things are starting to come back around. I did it again. But yeah, we've got plenty of food. The drink is stabilized. We have a lot of seeds. I'd like to get those guys specialized a little bit more, because we're only having the planters do the planting. Rock blocks, silver, honey from honeycomb, cloth shoes, cloth trousers. Love it. There's Junior. Holland silver nuggets. Oh. Sad. And we're waiting to get all of this rock. We might be waiting a while. I'm a little concerned. There's a ton of rock there, so this might be a multi-year job. That's okay though. We can just continue to build out this area here, this part of the lava moat. It's going to take a while to do that, admittedly. And so it's not like this rock is going anywhere. And the more of it that we use, the more that we continue to build, the better off we'll be with that, of course. Just drinking right out of the still. I guess that makes sense. Not a lot of people using the tavern. There's lots of folks that are still eating just regular old plump helmets. Like, straight up plump helmets. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. That's gonna be priority 1, guys. Get rid of that stupid thing. Although, to be fair, it's not like we wasted time moving the boulders. And this is almost back to full. These haven't broken down. I'm still surprised. I'm very surprised. If I take these... Oh, I can't obviously take these guys, these caps down. But I could take this down. And, you know, take these down and then throw... Yeah, I mean, these Phyllite doors. They're standing up to the lava as well. But they shouldn't. That's the thing that's confusing me here. Is we look at other stone, we go down to Phyllite. I know I've done this twice. Phyllite is not lava proof or lava resistant. So I don't know why. It hasn't broken through. I mean, the important thing is that we've got this Alunite Wall that's capped everything. And with that being capped, we're probably safe. Oops. Get the Alunite almost done. Just a few more blocks. And we got plenty of food and plenty of drink. Is that mead? That's beer. Do I have mead? Please tell me we're making mead. No. Do I not have a mead brewing job? I thought I set one up. Make mead. That's probably not the right one. That's why we haven't made any. What is the right thing for that? Because I want something that's... Is it honeycomb? That's not satisfied, but... Do we make mead from honeycomb? No. Let's do that. I'll have to look that up because they should be making mead. You know, they really should. Not to say lazy dwarves, but yeah, maybe a little. Okay, this is for wood and wood only. And then we're going to do a... Nope, I always do this wrong. It's constructions, and we'll make a track stop. It's going to dump that way, right here. Thank you. And then we'll make a couple of stockpiles. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, here and there. And this will be the wood feeder stock. Perfect. Let's get down here. Let's put some doors on this bad boy. Lovely. And then let's build some workshops. Let's build a carpentry workshop. We'll build them out of cobaltite. That'll be a nice nice contrast there, right? So that's taken care of. We've got this that needs to be resumed and this that needs to be resumed. This here, we'll need a wall, which is going to be rhyolite. And then we'll throw some doors on this bad boy. Whoops. And, oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot. Bah. Let's do that. This is your Miners Guild. It's a meeting area. And we'll do a Miners Guild. I guess I need to actually assign it. This is a guild hall. Yeah, the Umbral Hall. There we go. We agreed to build it. We've still got to get some furnishings going. But I think this will look nice. Let's do... Let's do 4 copper statues. We'll throw some statues in there and make some rock table. And we'll make 5 of those, I guess. I'll make 6. Even number. Let's choose the material. I want something kind of striking. Yeah, we've got plenty of phyllite. Let's make him out of stibnite. On 6 rock thrones. I'll go back down to stibnite. Whoop. That's a little bit too far. There we go. So we'll have all of this taken care of, I think, very shortly. This is finishing up here. Ending a mandate. Okay. Sounds good. Whoops. Another ban. And, you know, I'm also thinking about it, but we probably won't get to it this episode, but I'm thinking about a crafts dwarf. Oh, hey, we already have one. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. We've got wood in here. Let's do another route. Add a new route. The stop is here. And then let's get a minecart. Wood quantum stockpile. Woodstock. I know that's not how you normally spell it, but that's what you're getting. Okay, so going into the pile is coming from here. Going out is the supply pile here. And then this is just going to be for wood. That large granite pot is going to be sitting there for a while, I think. Want to make sure that this petition gets taken care of. Just keep an eye on what's going on down here. Yeah, we'll make it with just that, but we'll throw some stuff in there just to, you know, make sure that it's nice and it's well appointed. We still haven't even gotten these carpenter workshops taken care of. But we can take that one down. Yeah, okay. So they're already clicking over the stockpile. Great. So the carpenter workshop is taken care of. And getting close here. Yep. 10 members. 10 miners. That's crazy. Okay, satisfied the guild hall. Excellent. Back up to the surface. Let's keep building our liner. One last stone. Great. And we may as well, so this is 8 wide here. Start on that outflow. And then I think we have to actually go down here and start building this out. And I don't know if I want to build scaffolding or if I just want to, like, it's going to be a ways. We'll start on that corner piece, though. So we'll need to get that. We'll need to get that going next. Like that's the next part of this endeavor. And this is a little low. I was actually kind of thinking that that might be. But yeah, we have to bring the lava up to this same level here. So. The mead job kick off? Whoops. We didn't make any mead. There's something wrong. I don't understand what's going on with this. Got all... Oh. Are we not pressing the honeycomb? Is that my problem? Oh, dear. Press honey. Okay. Press honey from honeycomb. All right. I forgot a very important step. And that is, we've got all this honeycomb, and there's honey in it, which is exactly what you want if you're going to make mead, because you need the honey, but you've got to get the honey out of the honeycomb. And we did not do that. So that's going to be the next thing. So here's what's going to happen. I think this is going to go, we're probably going to harvest 5 at a time. So we'll do that, and then we'll do that. So honeycomb, make 5 mead. This is going to be non-pressed honey-bearing honeycombs, greater than 4, which we have. And amount of liquid container is greater than 4. Now that's concerning. And we've got to go here to honeycombs. Amount of honeycombs is greater than 4. That's not it either. Yeah, honeybee, wax, honeycomb. Is what I think we want. Ugh. This is the problem with job automation, is that honey-bearing honeycombs. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this. We'll just keep an eye on this real quickly and see if the manager approves that job. You ought to. But I mean, because we're harvesting the honey, right? That much is very clear. And these should be, the screw presses should be the ones that we use for this. Yeah, so that's kicking off. Okay, so Endoc performer cancels press honeycomb, needs non-pressed honey-bearing honeycomb. Oh my gosh. Well, we've got something screwed up here. I might take a look at exactly what that is off camera and just see if we can get that straightened out, because it's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. So this is all taken care of. Our liner is done. So now it is just a matter of getting all of this stuff added or hauled up to the surface here and stored in this quantum stockpile. And it seems like maybe that's happening, but I'm not entirely sure. We took a bunch of extra rocks and dumped them in here, which was not a smart idea. So I think we're going to leave it at that. We have, I don't know. I think we started to bounce back a little bit. We're at 98 dwarves. Let's check out on Junior real quick. He's asleep with his mother. Doesn't like being out in the rain. I don't blame you, Tobal. But yeah, the first dwarf to be born in the fortress that's pretty cool. I'm glad you're here. We got mayor reelected once again, Kib. We've got everyone finally laid to rest. That took longer than it should have. They're up and moving around now. And yeah, a couple of guilds established. Things are looking good. The dwarves' moods are slowly starting to improve. But, you know, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. Get things taken care of. Hang in there, dwarves. Anvilseal is coming along really nicely. Well, thanks for joining me today in Anvilseal, and you know what? As you go on about your day, don't forget to hit someone with kindness. We'll see you next time.